Hello, my infectoids! Today we're going to start the video off a little different. We're going to take some time to appreciate some new Phyrexian landscapes. So these are from Mirrodin Besieged, and this is a forest landscape in New Phyrexia. There's 4 different arts. This is the next one. You can't see it so well on camera, but there's the sunset back there, and it's utterly fantastic and very beautiful. Here we have just what looks like a bunch of dried up twigs. This one is not as awesome, but I still love it. And here we've got either the sun or the moon. And this particular tree looks like he's screaming. Screaming out from infect pain. Woo! This is a gruel deck. So next we've got the mountains. This one kind of is, looks like a little sandstorm is going on right there. And there you've got clouds covering the sun. Of course, because it's never very sunny in New Phyrexia. Here we've got some molten lava rivers flowing from some of these pillars that seem to be in this landscape. And there we've got a nasty haze in the sky and a green hue over the sun. Here's another angle of those mountain pillars. And this one, it always looks like this is some sort of bug or creature, but it's just some awesome looking stones. And there is a blood red sun back there. For being so terrible, I really think Phyrexia is a beautiful place. And also in this deck, I've got Grove of the Burn Willows. This is also very beautiful, but I don't think this is in Phyrexia. But this adds a red or a green to my mana pool, and each opponent gains 1 life. Like, this is a perfect dually for me, because I don't care how much life my opponents are gaining. Because 10 poison kills you no matter how much life you have. I really need to get more of these for this deck. It would probably help out a lot. But I also got the wooded foothills in here. And I got a sheltered thicket. And I think I'd take all of them out if I had more Grove of the Burn Willows. Alright, so the idea behind the deck that I'm coming at you with today is to play Infect Beasts. And the reason for that is because this 5 casting cost enchantment called Aether Charge says whenever a beast comes into play under your control, you may have it deal 4 damage to target opponent. So that means the beast is doing the damage. And even though we've got the Assist Bearer, who's only a 2/3 Infect, he will deal 4 damage in poison to one of my opponents. So, first of all, just for him coming in, he's going to give one of my opponents 4 poison counters. And then when he finally gets to attack, I'm going to most likely have a Mage Slayer on him. So whenever it attacks, it deals damage equal to its power to defending player. So no matter what, you're getting poison counters. And what I like to do too is when a beast comes in, I like to copy it. So the beast does 4 damage and poison, and then the copy will deal 4 damage and poison. So sometimes when one of my creatures come into play, it's almost like an insta-kill, providing I have the mana. Because I threw some Rhythm of the Wilds in there. So I give all my creatures Riot, which means that they enter the battlefield with my choice of a 1/1 counter on them or haste. But in this particular deck, they're going to have haste. Of course. So, there's more things to make tokens with. We got Twin Flame in there. I can choose any number of target creatures I control. For each of them, put a token that's a copy of that creature onto the battlefield. Those tokens have haste. The only bad thing is I have to exile them at the beginning of the next end step. But by that time, I hopefully won't need them anymore. So besides the Assist Bearer, we've got the Spinebiter. He likes to give poison counters as if though he were not blocked. So he's got Super Trample. And to add insult to injury, I've got the Crozian War Chief in there to make sure my beast spells cost less. And I can regenerate target beast if I would like. I've got the Thornscape Familiar in there to make the beasts cost less. And all my spells in general cost less. Red spells will cost 1 generic less. And green spells will cost 1 generic less with Thornscape Familiar. I mean, Thunderscape Familiar. I just got done saying Thornscape Familiar. And in the way of mana protection, I also have Seething Song. Good old Seething Song. 5 mana for 3. Then there's just a bunch of other random utility cards in there. We've got Smoke. So each player can only untap 1 creature during his or her untap phase. And for me, I really don't need my creatures to attack or tap or anything. I just need them to come in. And if I'm feeling feisty, I'll play the Dictate of the Twin Gods. So if a source would deal damage to a permanent player, it deals double that damage to that permanent player instead. So if I have 2 beasts come in, I can technically give one of my opponents 12 poison counters. Well, 16, because it would be 4, 4, 4, and 4. Wow, I did the math wrong. And then we've got Druid's Deliverance. Not Droid. This is not Star Wars. Ooh, it's getting late. Alright, so what this does is prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to me this turn. Then I can populate. So if I go... Oh no, I was thinking of something different. But whenever somebody tries to attack me, they're going to tap all their creatures, I can just play the Druid's Deliverance and make a copy of one of my tokens that I already have out. So I would probably want to play this the same turn that I made a token with Twin Flame or Flame Shadow Conjuring. This one or this one. So that was the appeal of that. Like, I could have just used a fog, but Druid's Deliverance lets me populate and make more beast tokens. And if I'm having trouble finding a particular creature or a particular enchantment, I got Commune with the Gods. It lets me reveal the top 5 cards in my library, and I may put a creature or enchantment card from among them into my hand, and I put the rest into my graveyard. Not bad. Simple little deck. It's meant to be quick. When it pops off, it really maims my opponents. Hopefully one day you guys will be able to see our decks, or my decks, in action. I'm hoping to be able to record some Magic Nights sometime soon. So you guys got that to look forward to. I'll talk to you later.